can't imagine going down a hill like this without brakes for that long. It would be terrifying. My name is Patrick. Recently I retired after 26 years as a police officer and sold everything I owned. Now it's time for something different. A journey of healing and inspiration. I'm setting out to ride my motorcycle around the world, searching for beauty, connection, and the freedom of the open road. This is my life now. This is Adventures Without Borders. Hey, good morning. It's, I don't even know, I think it's Wednesday, but it's my departure day from Mexico City. It's about 9:30 a.m. and I got the bike loaded up, ready to go. I did a quick check on the tire pressure while I was here. Also, I took advantage of the time here to clean my chain, and then I sprayed it with lube, so I am ready to go this morning. I was just chatting with a family from Costa Rica here who are visiting Mexico, and the one gentleman, he rides a motorbike, so he was curious about the bike and hopped on and got a picture on it as well. So I'm heading to Coatepec today, which is a town in the state of Veracruz. It's 298 kilometers. Looks like it's going to take about 4.5 driving hours, probably closer to 5. And then with stops, I'm sure it'll take at least 6. It looks like a very mountainous road, passing by a volcano. So yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of altitude riding, so I might have to throw on my jacket today. It's not been super hot here. It's been like in the low 20s for the most part. In the morning, it's actually like high teens. So first order of business though is breakfast. So I'll find something on the way. It might just be McDonald's this morning, grab a coffee, and then hit the road. Just leaving the hotel here. I'm gonna follow some directions to McDonald's for a little bit of a breakfast. There's not a pedestrians go first culture here. Which I guess is okay if that's how it's done. Alright, we'll see if I can get out of this maze. Although this is quite a nice morning. It's overcast, but temperature is very comfortable. Uber Eats already doing their thing. Yeah, I know I've harped on this a lot, but I really, really enjoy this part of Mexico City. These two neighborhoods that I primarily hung out in, La Condesa and Roma Norte. Just super nice. And if it wasn't for the heavy traffic, I would say that even cycling or motorcycling, it would be super pleasant. Not sure if that guy knows something I don't. There we go. I did try renting one of those public bikes, to be honest. Yesterday I was going to take it and maybe try to go to one of the museums or something, but so I downloaded the app, and credit card did not. I tried 2 different cards and they just wouldn't go through for whatever reason, so I gave up on that idea. Sure what time it is exactly. 9:36. Yeah, that's pretty good for me. It's a relatively early start. It's that late. Find the breakfasts are sort of interesting, because it's the same at these sort of street vendors is what I mean. It's pretty much the same as lunch, and although some of them do sell like pastries and things like that, but mostly it's like taco or some other shell-based food and meat. Oh, I can see the arches there, high above. I don't know if this traffic ever goes away or if it's just a constant fact of life here. They do have rules, and they're pollution control measures in terms of, and it's, from my understanding, it's dependent on what number your plate ends in, and certain days you're not allowed to drive your car in the core, in the city's core. Am I in a bus lane? I think I am, although I'm not the only one. So that would reduce the amount of cars. Can you imagine if everybody was allowed to drive every day? It would be just crazy. All right, this looks complicated to me here. Okay, I think I'm supposed to turn here. Oh, there's McDonald's. Okay, do they have parking? Probably not. Got some local police there. I don't know if you can tell, the officer left at the back. She has a pink holster. So this thing's telling me to keep going. Is turning 400. Ah, there's something not right about that. So McDonald's was a little bit too elusive for me, but I found this place called BAD, which stands for breakfast all day. It was very good. And they had cappuccinos, so that was a bonus. So let's see the mapped route to Coatepec. Well, it's not starting off great. It looks like it's telling me to go against the one-way. Oh well. We shall figure this out. All right. Well, I'm going to shut off the camera here and figure out my route out of the city, and I'll check in later. I really hope you can see these views through the mist.
Empty chair across the table, echoes in the room. Shadow stands on barren walls, once with the melodies of you. Memories linger in the air, like whispers in the breeze.
this red line in the lane to my left, now in my lane, that's for runaway trucks to follow to this, like the runaway truck lane, essentially, which they call braking lane here. So it's been showing for the last 5 or 6 kilometers, runaway lane 5, runaway lane 4. I can't imagine going down a hill like this without brakes for that long. It would be terrifying. Alright, that's sort of my MO, is I just enter the name of the city, and as I get close to it, I actually look for the hotel on the GPS. So this is Coatepec, in the state of Veracruz. So, I don't know if Veracruz rings a bell. Interesting move. I don't know if Veracruz rings a bell. It used to be a big resort town, like this is the state. Veracruz is right on the Gulf of Mexico. And I think it used to be a big vacation spot. Sort of fell out of favor. Kind of like Acapulco, which is on the Pacific side. Used to be where everybody went, and I was there a few years ago, and it's really just become like more of a local vacation spot just for people within Mexico more than anything. They had a streak of violence there, I think, is what caused that whole decline in the tourism industry. But when I was there, I recall seeing a lot of police and military everywhere, and I walked around, felt safe. I have to tell you, today was it was a crap day of riding, mainly because of traffic. So just 30 kilometers outside of Puebla, north of Puebla, there was this unbelievable traffic jam. Okay, just let me negotiate this here for a second. Unbelievable traffic jam. First, it was caused by the tolls, which seems ridiculous, but I've seen that a few times now. And just the sheer amount of trucks everywhere. Like, I'd have to say 60 to 70% of the traffic was trucks. And of course, once traffic gets bogged down, those things take forever to get going and start and stop traffic. So I got through that mainly by riding on the shoulder, which seems to be perfectly acceptable. And just before the toll, I stopped in for a bite. There was a Starbucks there, like at a gas station, and then got through the toll and realized, well, traffic still isn't moving. And this time there was a construction site ahead that reduced 3 lanes to 1. So literally, once you paid your toll, you weren't moving. So again, got off to the side and did what I can to get through. And yeah, that must have killed almost an hour for me, just trying to get through all that. Which I found quite annoying. And then I did something super stupid as I was leaving Mexico City. So I had been experimenting with this feature with the TomTom where I can get my own route, and it started taking me on some weird routes, so I just stopped and I figured I'll enter Puebla because it's on my way, and I thought I'd have lunch there. It's a beautiful city. So I entered Puebla, and then all of a sudden I realized I think I'm going north, which made no sense because I'm headed south. And this GPS has a couple of settings, like, so you can search for things that are near where you are or near your destination, which is what I do for hotels. So it was set to near me. So when I entered Puebla, it showed up as Puebla Centro, which is what I would expect. But Puebla Centro, near where I was in Mexico City, was like some sort of repair shop. So I wasted all this time headed to this stupid repair shop, and I didn't realize it till I was like a block away. Totally my fault for not checking distances and stuff. It would have made no sense, but so between all those things, it took me just about 7.5 hours to get here today, and I did not get to stop in Puebla. Where am I going? 500 meters. So I gotta turn here. This is really nice. So this town is what's called a Pueblo Mágico, or a magic village. So Mexico has, I think, 30-ish of these. So it's a tourist thing, so they've designated these cities just as like special places. A lot of them have like UNESCO designations and whatever. 150 meters. This reminds me a lot of Antigua in Guatemala. Yeah, this is really nice. $100 meters left. It's always exciting when there's actually a street where the GPS tells you to turn. Once in a while there isn't. Then what? 90 meters and I should be in front of it. 60, 50. Here is a challenge. 30. This is where I might have to double check. Is it on the corner? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to double check on the Google Maps to see where it actually is. Alright, so it was actually just a couple of 100 meters up that same street. Parking lot's right across the street. There's the hotel, How would I say that? Jeronimo? It's a tough one. I have a problem with those J's. Okay, I'll go in and check in. I'll come back for my luggage. Just walking the streets of Coatepec, beautiful colonial town in the state of Veracruz. So Coatepec is at about 1,200 meters elevation in the mountains. It's got a population of about 55,000 people, and its nickname is the coffee capital of Mexico. So the mountains around here are primarily used in terms of agriculture for coffee production. But when the city was founded by the Spanish in the 16th century, the agriculture around here was focused more on citrus fruit, sugar, and things of that nature, tobacco as well. So it does hold the title of Pueblo Mágico, which is a magic village, which is a
Mexican tourism designation. There's about 30 towns in Mexico that hold that designation, and you can see why this town would hold it. It's a pretty cute little place, and the center at least has retained all its colonial charm. So I'm only here for the one night, and gonna grab some supper, just walk around. It's not a huge place, and just get a feel for it, and then head to bed. It's been a long day. Catch you later. Hey, good morning. It's a Friday. I'm in Coatepec. So remember the weld job I had done in La Paz? Well, it did not hold. So with the help of the fella at the hotel here, I found a welder that's about less than 10 minutes away. So I'm gonna head over there and see what that looks like. It's just such a weird. Here, I'll show you again. Yeah, it's just this connection here, and honestly, I'm not even sure that this bears much weight. I think it's more to stabilize laterally. So anyway, I'll see if he can do it and actually reinforce it somehow. Because I mean, with these roads, there's so much downward pressure applied on it. So we'll see what we can figure out. I'll keep you up to date.
Y ahí nos vamos, ya vio, parejito, ya rellenamos aquí, ya rellenamos aquí, ahora nos vamos a rellenar todo esto y un poquito por acá y ahí queda.
Eres un artista, Antonio.
De fuerza, ¿verdad? Gracias.
All right, it's just about 11:30. I'm a lot done this morning, so I got the luggage bracket fixed on the bike. I just had breakfast. I repacked everything, and I'm ready to go. So off to Veracruz, which in theory is probably like 2.5 hours. It's just, I think it's 150K or so. And so hopefully I don't encounter any crazy traffic or anything like that. And that's again just a one-night stay, but if I get there a bit early, it gives me the chance to sort of explore a bit more. As I was coming back from the welding shop, I actually went through a bunch of other parts of this little town here. So I didn't have my helmet cam. I'll see if I can get there again and maybe grab some shots for you from like the town square and so forth. So as you come out of sporting goods, I think this is my favorite part, is you come to the motorbikes. And I've seen way bigger selections in Walmarts